Hello everyone. Myself Dr. Shubh Arora, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce from JIMS Greater Noida. Once again, I welcome you all back to the lecture series of the subject Marketing Management. Currently, we are on the fourth unit and today is the eighth lecture for the same. The topics which we'll be discussing in today's lecture are we'll be talking about the introduction to sales promotion, then objectives of sales promotion, limitations of sales promotion, and types of sales promotion, tools and programs. So let's begin with the introduction of sales promotion. See, when we talk about sales promotion, it basically includes all those activities in promoting the product except the advertising activity and personal selling activity. And why sales promotion is done? Sales promotion is done just to stimulate the market demand of a product, right? So basically promoting the product so that demand can be increased of the product which your brand is selling in the market, right? And after promoting and stimulating the market demand for a product, it focuses on spot buying. That means convincing or influencing the customer for purchasing the product on the spot, right? uh, so um, uh, when we talk about the definition given by American Marketing Association for sales promotion, it says that sales promotion includes all those activities that supplement both personal selling and advertising, coordinate with them and helps to make them more effective, right? So basically it is a supplement of personal selling and advertising. Now let's discuss one by one what are the main objectives or the purpose behind sales promotion done by an organization. Number one is it is done to increase the sales by doing publicity using different types of media platforms. Second is to distribute information through Salesforce through different dealers so that the information related to product can be reached to the customer and customer uses the product and gets satisfied. Then third objective says to stimulate the customers to make purchases at the point of purchase. That means to motivate the customers at the point of purchase so that they immediately take the decision of spot buying, purchasing the product on the spot. Then to keep on from time to time motivating the existing or the old customers to purchase the product, and also it helps in introducing new products in the market. Then it helps in attracting new customers also, it helps in making new customers also for the brand. Then sales promotion also helps to meet the competition from other brands effectively. Then it helps in checking the seasonal decline in the volume of sales. So basically it helps in detecting what are the probable reasons why there is some kind of decline in the volume of sales due to some seasonal situations or changes. Then it attracts channel members to participate in manufacturer promotion effort. It also helps in motivating the dealers to purchase the product in huge quantity or in bulk and then forwarding or pushing that product into the market so that the end user gets convinced to purchase it. Next, we talk about the limitations of sales promotion. The limitations are like first, some or no real incentive. See, at times for promoting the sales, for attracting the dealers or the customers, the organization might promise some kind of offers, some attractive schemes, which might later on not turn out to be real. They might be fictional, right? So there are no real incentives hidden behind sales promotion as such. Then some shoddy products are passed off. So through sales promotion the organization might try to promote those products which might be slight inferior in quality, right? And normally the consumers are not preferring to buy those products, but since some sales promotion, through sales promotion, some kind of offers, discounts or slash down in prices or any attraction is attached with those shoddy products so that the consumer is ready to buy those products. Then we talk about the third limitation of sales promotion, which says switching of demand. That is, through sales promotion the demand can be shifted from one brand to another, right? Then fourth limitation says reflection of crisis. More and more sales promotion activities may create a kind or a sense of doubt in the minds of consumers that the company is trying to promote this very particular product again and again. This product might be inferior in quality, or something wrong might be there, or some kind of false thing might be attached with this product, right? So it might reflect something bad or negative related to that product if the sales promotion activities are done repeatedly and very frequently. Then we talk about the fifth limitation of sales promotion, which says short term perspective. All these schemes, all the promotional activities in the process of sales promotion are carried out for a shorter period of time, for you can say for certain specific reason seasons, right? And they are not targeted for long term, right? So they are short lived basically. Now we come to the types of sales promotion tools and programs. When we talk about types of sales promotion tools and programs, they are divided under two categories. One is the types of sales promotion tools and programs for the consumers, and the other is for dealers. First, let's talk about these tools and programs for consumers. For consumers, the company might come out with some kind of free samples, distributing free samples of the products, right? Specifically in those cases where the company is trying to introduce a new product in the market and trying to expand the market share for that particular product, right? And the company feels that distributing free samples to the consumers might convince the consumer to come try that product by availing the free sample, and the customer will be convinced to actually purchase the product and spend money. Then second is giving some kind of demonstrations or instructions to the consumers from time to time. This method is usually used in, for say for example, in cases like air conditioners or washing machines, etc. products, right? In these kinds of products where some kind of guidance or instructions are required to be given to the consumer, so how to use this product, right? Or what are the add-on benefits of this particular product. So in this way the company tries to attract the customer by giving them free of cost advices, instructions, demonstrations, so that the customer gets attracted, right? And third is the coupon method, that is, it is a certificate that reduces the price. So here the customer, when gets a coupon, can avail that the benefit of that coupon by giving that coupon at the time of purchase to the retailer, so that the price of that particular product can be reduced, or the consumer can avail some kind of discount with the help of the coupon, depending on whatever percentage will be reduced or what are the terms and conditions are attached with that coupon. Fourth type of sales promotion tools and programs which the organization tries to give to the consumer is money refund orders. Now this technique shows that full money will be refunded to the consumer, right? So specifically in those cases again where the product is very new in the market, right? So, and refund if the consumer is not happy or some kind of coupon is there with the consumer, then the full price of the product will be refunded, 100% price will be refunded to the consumer, right? So this kind of refund offer creates additional interest and increase in sales considerably. It is a very good device for creating new users and to strengthen the brand loyalty. So basically this money refund orders helps the organization to win the customer and enhancing the brand loyalty part, making the customers loyal for your brand. Then we come to the next point, that is the offering some kind of premiums, gifts, offers, etc. So these are temporary price reductions which help to appeal to bargain, right? So these gift offers can be given by the organizations in the forms of towels, dinner sets, hair brushes, keychains, blades, artificial flowers, pens, etc., right? Then some kind of offers can be given, buy one get one, buy two get three. All these kinds of offers can also be given to appeal the customer. Then price off is that, for example, if we talk about a packet of chips, you see that, or a packet of biscuit or anything like that, there is, on top right corner there are some or new kind of chips is there, introductory offer, and it's mentioned -5 or 10 rupees less or 5% extra quantity. So all some kind of attraction is attached by the marketer or the manufacturer through labeling that product, right? So that consumer can read the label on the package of the product, that is that the actual price of this product has been reduced, and this will help to woo the customers, right? Now let's talk about the types of sales promotion tools and programs which are offered by the manufacturer for the dealers or the distributors. First is free displays. This is basically the provision of free display of material either at the point of purchase or at the point of sale, depending on one's viewpoint, right? So display reaches consumers when they are buying and actually spending their money at the retail shop. Then some kind of retail demonstrations are arranged by the manufacturers for preparing and distributing the products at a retail shop. For example, Nescafe instant coffee is served to the consumers at a retail outlet so that the consumer can see how it can be prepared. It is an instant product which can be prepared very easily, and the consumer can taste it, try the sample, and might also like to buy it on the spot. Then some kind of trade deals, that means these are offered to encourage the retailers to give additional selling support to the product, and this is usually done in products like toothpaste, etc., where the dealer is given the margin of 30% or 40%. So basically when we talk about trade deals here, the manufacturer tries to attract the dealer by giving some kind of increase in the profit margin, right? Then we talk about the fourth type of sales promotion tool and program offered to the dealers, that is buying allowance. So here the seller or the manufacturer tries to give buying allowance of a certain amount of money for a product bought. So a dealer purchases a product for a certain amount of money, and on that purchase the dealer might get some kind of additional buying allowance on that. Then advertising and display allowance, they are also offered by the retailers to the retailers to popularize the product and brand name of the manufacturer, right? Now we talk about the contest. Some kind of contests are conducted, and specifically these contests are conducted for a salesperson, right? So basically some kind of training programs are there, some kind of questioning is there, some kind of quizzes can be there in those contests, so that the skills of the salesperson or the sales force can be enhanced, and usually they are aimed in increasing the performance of the salespeople. Then we talk about dealer loader. It is a gift for an order in a premium given to the retailer for buying certain quantities of goods and services for special display done by the retailer. So basically when the retailer purchases the product in huge quantity or in bulk from the manufacturer or from the dealer, then the manufacturer can get, then the dealer or the retailer can get the benefit of dealer loader in the form of some kind of gift on the order, bulk order which the retailer has made, right? And also the retailer can, if the retailer does some kind of special display of the product, then on that special display also the retailer can avail this dealer loader benefit. So we have, in this lecture we have discussed about what do we mean by sales promotion. Let me just quickly give you an overview of the topics which we discussed in today's class. So first we discussed about what do we mean by sales promotion, and we have very clearly given the definition also. Then we discussed about what are the main objectives and purposes of sales promotion. So here we discussed 10 points or 10 objectives of sales promotion. Then we talked about the limitations of sales promotion, which said that no real incentives are there in sales promotion. Shoddy products are passed off, switching of demand, then reflection of prices. Then through sales promotion, the main objective or the perspective is only for short term or shorter period of time. Then we discussed about types of sales promotion tools and programs, which are divided into two heads. One is for the which is provided for the consumers, and the other is for the dealers. When we talk about for consumers, it included some kind of samples, demonstrations or instructions, coupons, premium gift offers, money refund or orders, price off, etc. And when we talk about types of sales promotion tools and programs for dealers or distributors, then it included some kind of free displays, retail demonstrations, trade deals, buying allowance, advertising and display allowance, contest, dealer loader, etc. Right? So this was all for today's lecture. We'll be discussing the next topics in the following lecture. Till then, thank you and take care.